Ryan Reynolds is one sneaky rascal. In response to a fan on Twitter asking whether it was okay to screen Reynolds' hit Deadpool for his 4-year-old, the star offered a bit of tongue-in-cheek advice: lie your face off, a tack he claimed to have taken with his own daughters. Reynolds is known far and wide for two things: inhabiting the character of Deadpool to an extent which may not exactly be healthy, and his Twitter feed, which is one of the greatest compendiums of hilarity on the entire internet, at least according to his superfans. The latest example of this was prompted by Twitter user Jedi Mind Trick, who asked, "Ryan, I have an important question I need an answer to right the now. My son is 4, he loves Marvel, I'm dying to show him Deadpool, but I can't decide if I should or not. Help a sister out." Reynolds immediately leaped into action, doubtless convinced by all of those caps that this was indeed a question that needed to be answered with all due haste. His advice was as awesome as it was hilariously irresponsible. No, put on Spider-Man from 2002 and tell him it's Deadpool. It's what I do with my kids. Remember to look him straight in the eye when you lie. Good luck. So apparently Reynolds' children, 4-year-old James and 2-year-old Inez, seen here in 2016, think he is Spider-Man, which is a pretty neat trick if you ask us. Sure, there are a few similarities between the costumes of the wall crawler and the merc with a mouth, but how on earth does Reynolds explain why he looks exactly like Tobey Maguire when the mask comes off? We knew kids could be gullible, but that's just ridiculous. Of course, a quick perusal of Reynolds' previous tweets quickly revealed that his musings on parenting and, well, most topics are never ever to be taken seriously. Here's a quick selection of our favorites. "My daughter's only 6 months old and already drawing. I'd hang it on the fridge, but honestly, it's absolute garbage. I'm teaching my daughter that the sun goes down each night because it's mad at her. Probably gonna write a book on parenting at some point." And our all-time favorite: "Totally caved and tossed my daughter the keys to the car. She looked really happy as they bounced off her tiny infant face." Obviously, Reynolds is a guy who loves his family and screwing with people in equal measure. Soon, he'll have another unsuspecting youngster to torment. He and his wife Blake Lively are expecting their 3rd child any old time now. Little does the new arrival know that it's going to have Deadpool, or Spider-Man, for a dad. Reynolds had better hope that his children never have occasion to meet Tobey Maguire, or they're going to have a lot of uncomfortable questions. At any rate, the cinematic fate of Deadpool is still very much up in the air following Disney's acquisition of the film and television assets of Fox Studios. Although it's understandable that the character's R-rated antics might be a tough fit for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, 2016's Deadpool and 2018's Deadpool 2 combined to rake in over $1.5 billion worldwide, and the House of Mouse is unlikely to put such a proven cash cow out to pasture. The rumor mill insists that not only is Deadpool 3 in the works, but that there are plans to weave the character into the fabric of the MCU by way of multiple cameos in Marvel Studios' upcoming films and television series. Unfortunately, with talks between Marvel and Sony Pictures having recently broken down, it looks increasingly likely that fans will never get to see the on-screen pairing that once seemed inevitable: Reynolds as Deadpool and Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
You don't even know what he looks like. Like, what if he's, seriously burned?
I wouldn't care. I would still love him for the person he is on the outside.
Then again, from Reynolds' point of view, this might be a good thing. When his kids get a little bit older, perhaps he can show them Spider-Man Homecoming, or as we call it, Deadpool in high school.
They let you have parties, you know? My parents are dead.
Boy, are those kids ever gonna grow up confused. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.